Education is always changing and evolving in response to technological advancements, and today I got to experience firsthand one example of this. I visited Dreamscape Learn, which is a collaboration between Arizona State University and a virtual reality company. Over the past 3 years, they've been making VR classroom experiences, starting with biology, but today I got a sneak peek of their new chemistry curriculum. And I gotta say, I was pretty impressed. Part of the motivation in doing this is to help improve retention, trying to get people to stay in the sciences and stay engaged and excited about it. And VR is a cool way to approach that, because for one, it's very narrative. Instead of just doing problems on a worksheet, you're living out an actual storyline. Everything you're doing is part of some bigger problem. In the case of the experience I did, looking at how to clean arsenic out of a river. VR also gives the opportunity for unique visualizations that I think could really help some people understand the science a lot better. Like, you do a titration, but instead of just sitting and watching the beaker waiting for it to change color, you're surrounded by animations of the molecules and you can actually see their chemical reactions happen individually. But crucially, this VR experience doesn't stand alone. It's built into a broader curriculum where students are taking the headsets on and off, and they're doing actual titrations and solving problems and then going back into VR to continue the story. And I think that's the key, because VR could play a really big role in keeping people interested in explaining things in different ways, but it's never going to replace everything that you need to do in a classroom. But the immersion of it, the ability to visualize things in new ways, and honestly just how fun it is, makes it a pretty good educational tool. And science isn't the only discipline this is good for. I did an art history one where you flew around the Hagia Sophia in Istanbul and you saw how it evolved over the centuries as different influences came in, and I honestly learned a ton. We're still in the early days of studying VR in classrooms, and there are still a lot of open questions about how good it actually is and what sort of benefits and issues it can cause for students. But I would not be surprised to see more of this going forward.